apple trees and pear trees. This railroad was built in 1906 and was built by a lumber magnate. And the reason why is because they were building these lumber mills all up and down the Columbia Gorge, cutting down these fir trees. Fir trees were valuable because they're perfect for making railroad ties. And the railroads were expanding all across the United States in the 1880s, 1900s, and they desperately needed railroad ties. And so this lumber magnate built a lumber mill up Hood River, and he needed a way to get that lumber down here to Hood River to get it to export off to Utah and to other places where he was leaving it. So the original plan was to build these train tracks up the west side of Hood River, go straight to the lumber mill. But before he started construction, he had another idea, and it created the most unusual situation. There are only 3 railroads still operating like this in the United States. And I'll point it out to you when we get about 4 miles outside of town. So take a moment and look at your tickets right now. Your ticket has the car number on it. You're either in car number 901, which is this first car here on your right, or you're in car number 904. 904, you just enter through this vestibule and walk through this car to 904 and into the next car down. All right? You all ready?
Yeah.
All aboard! And with the blast of our locomotive's whistle, we are now departing the town of Hood River, elevation 99 feet above sea level. Today we're going to be crossing over the Hood River, following it up the east side until we climb into the highlands of the upper Hood River Valley with apple, pear, and cherry orchards at 634 feet above sea level. On board this historic train built in the 1940s, there's no smoking to preserve our equipment, and restrooms are located in every car. Welcome aboard.
You're welcome. The ruins. What's that?
It's the ruins.
Oh, that's another something. Oh, that's real ruins? That's the historic building? Look at that, the holes, everything.
Yeah, probably.
Like a Roman ruin?
No, not Roman. I don't think the Romans were here. I don't think the Romans had concrete.
Probably they built better ones, but
Romans probably had better concrete than that.
that's old railroad.
Old railroad ties, yeah.
Ties. Look at that Gray Line. Oregon bus was vandalized with the hose. Oh, there's another railroad. Mount Hood.
That's probably their extra one in case this one breaks down.
Yeah. Bridge. What's that? Is there...
That's another train. Old one, maybe an old one.
So this is alongside the train track of something else.
It's the same tracks, just more trains on it. You're just sitting there. That's a siding, that's a rail siding. See?
It's parallel. Oh, it's the same one. It's the same one.
Yeah, I know.
That's river, that's Hood River.
We're going to cross Hood River here.
Of course. Hello.
Hello.
Would you like some mixed nuts or chocolate covered cherries?
Chocolate covered cherries sounds
Got
good.
it.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
I think we should diverse. We should have one each, right?
No.
No, okay, that's fine. Oh.
Thank you.
Hi. Did you care for some chocolate covered cherries or mixed nuts?
Mmm. Yum.
From them. Fruit sample.
Yeah. Eat that.
Hood River.
Crossing the Hood River.
Thank you.
Wow. It's very rapid. Rapid.
Early settlers who moved here from the Midwest. But the postmaster's wife didn't like the idea of Dog River. She thought that was too demeaning. So Mount Hood had already been named by previous explorers from the West for Samuel Hood, the British admiral, and thus she named the river Hood River. So that's how we got to Hood River here.
Bless her.
Bless her heart, Native Americans. So, and they still have territorial fishing rights, by the way. So it's possible that you'll see some people fishing out here who are members of the who've been here. Their ancestors have been here for thousands and thousands of years. What's in this river is still trout and salmon. The spring salmon run went extinct because of a dam that was further upstream. They knocked the dam out and they're trying to reestablish the spring salmon, but it's really difficult to reestablish fish because they go back to spawn where they were hatched, and they weren't hatched here. So, so it's a bit of a challenge, but there's still coho in this and so forth. This car that you're traveling in right now was built in 1947 for the Northern Pacific Railroad. It was a Pullman car. It was a coach car, actually, originally. And in that time, it had 56 seats in it. Now, this car's a little bit shorter than a 737 and a little bit narrower than a 737. But you put about 140 people into a 737. So compare that 140 people crammed into an airplane versus the 56 that they used to put into this train car. It was a very, very luxurious way to travel
First class.
across country. You could lean the seats almost all the way back, and the footrest came almost all the way forward, so you could almost be completely horizontal as you slept in these coach cars overnight.
Oh.
It was renovated back in the 1980s when the tables were put in and installed. You may notice that some of the fabric is getting a little threadbare. We noticed that.
Historic.
All this fabric is being replaced in the next couple of months by local Hood River fabric peoples. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the one that goes up to Mount Hood, the road, the fruit loop.
35 miles.
Yeah.
Above it. So there's a bridge type load?
Yep, right here.
We're crossing over right now is Highway 35. It runs from Hood River down. But there was this terrible freeze, horrible freeze. It was 27 degrees below zero. And it killed off the apple trees. Well, the farmers were devastated because it takes years to get apple trees into production. They discovered, though, that a couple of pear trees survived. There were a few pear trees that survived this 29 degree below zero freeze. And they started planting pears. And so now this valley is full of pear trees. Currently, there are 12,000 acres of pear trees planted in this valley. 50% of the United States pears are all grown right here in this part of the Hood River Valley. And every year we ship out 530 million pears. 530 million pears. It's a whole lot.
Oh, baby flowers.
These are all pear trees.
Check it out.
She's like. Railroad crossing.
as you can see, the fruit trees are in full bloom. It's gonna be...
Yeah, Mount Hood Railroad. 1906 is 100 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow.
117 or something like that. Those are great vineyards.
Yeah.
They'll be blooming here shortly.
Yeah, the mountains are smiling for you today.
I like your glasses.
Thank you.
They're the cavist.
They're the caves.
Yeah, the cavist.
Okay, we've been waiting for you outside. See you later. Okay.
Cheers. Looks like you got something. You got a bottle of wine and the basket.
And a couple of glasses from the winery.
Yeah, we scored.
We scored.
Oh, we don't have tickets. We have tickets.
Yeah.
I'll take a quick one.
Changed trains in Hood River, and then they took the train here, the Mount Hood Railroad, in order to hike up to the top of Mount Hood. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but this train is the closest anyone could get to Mount Hood in those days. There were no roads up there yet. Right now, about 10,000 people hike to the top of Mount Hood every year. It is the only place in the continental United States that has year-round skiing, and the Olympic teams train here.
Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah, we gotcha. Yeah, all right. Thank you for your help. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Don't put some point at me.
You too. Bye.
Don't.
Don't.
You tell me to don't?
Don't.
Strawberries.
A contracted rate, so they get a better deal. Supposedly gave us a better deal, but then it was cost to rush the labs was $300 initially, and he claimed it was only $300, but somehow it's still higher. So I'm like, what can we do to bring it back to what it was? Because the idea was for it to be less, not for it to be more. And nobody in their right mind, if you would have explained that to me from the beginning, would have took a gamble for it to be higher than what it was when the whole goal was to bring it down.
In the United States that still have this switchback. There's a coal railroad that's in West Virginia, and there's another railroad that's in Kentucky. But this is the only other railroad that does this configuration where we come to a stop and suddenly we go back the opposite direction.
Cool.
We're climbing up a 3.5% grade, which for railroads is a very steep grade. 4% is about the most they can usually handle for a freight railroad. And you're going to see just how steep the grade is in a moment, because you'll look at how quickly the tracks will drop away from us as we angle up around the corner.
Cool.
What?
Actually, now
Now we're actually going forward.
Oh, we're good now?
But we're going to switch back onto the next set of tracks that was on the left-hand side.
Right as we come around the curve.
Do the switch in the curve.
property, we identified property
tracks. There's the tracks that we were just
Oh,
on.
yeah.
And now they're dropping away and we're getting on another set of tracks. Going the opposite direction, only...
You came from there?
Yeah, we came from there.
Oh my gosh.
Now we're going uphill.
So it's the higher elevation now.
It's called a switchback.
Mm-hmm.
We're going up, Bubba.
Two of them. Oh my gosh.
Here,
How can I find it?
Opening right here. Opening. Opening. You know what that beach is? Fall.
The train crews would have to come along and chip the ice off the rail in order to pass over and not derail. Things are better these days than they used to be. Sure.
Going through bridge.
As we make our way back to Hood River, on behalf of Reba and everyone here at the Mount Hood Railroad, thank you for coming out today and enjoying the day with us.
Who is
We
Reba?
love our little railroad, and we hope that you all had a great time. Thank you. Welcome back.
We have arrived. What happened in between? Well, the first customer today.
First customer is right here.
A lucky beer.
This is the Mount Hood Brewery.
Vineyard and a brewery.
Vineyard and Brewery.
Looks like the planted some
It's
new.
near Parkdale, Oregon. It's 5 years old, but they've recently opened up for the public like this. It's very good. The beer is excellent. This is a Czech-style Pilsner, and it's absolutely
I thought you only like a dark
fun.
beer.
Well, it's a Czech-style Pilsner is a little bit more like a dark beer, but it's
That's
like, this is a strawberry rhubarb
cider.
cider.
It's on the
We're
sour
enjoying
side.
this, and
Okay.
It's a sunny day.
Let's
April
not
27th.
enjoy. Done hibernating for
We're
the
done
time being.
hibernating.
For the time being,
And
until
you
next
notice-
year.
And you notice we don't have coats on. Hang on. Hold on.
That's Mount Adams. This is Mount Hood.
Flagship on the Barbara.
What's that?
The Barbara is your
The
flagship.
Barbera, yes. It's actually what.
Here is a napkin for you.